Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on this pre-match show. It's a one and only Fox. Evening, Fox.
Good evening, Oxshare.
How are you today, mate?
Aye, no bad, pal, no bad. Looking forward to a game of football tonight.
Yeah. And I believe you've got the Kilmarnock, the Rangers team for us.
Rangers team tonight is Jack Butland in goal. Back four of Taverner, Suter, Balogun and Jeffrey. Raskin, Diomande and Hadji. Cherny, Ignaman and Danilo. Substitutes are Kelly, Rudvan, Proper, Barron, Dessers, Barjami, Dowell, King and McCausland.
Okay, mate, I still see the shape being the same. Obviously, the same midfield as the weekend. One change in the back four. Proper's now on the bench, which is a good sign because at least he's fit. You're assuming he's fit because he's on the bench. And then I think the talking point will be the front three, Fox, supported by Hadji, Cherny on the right, who goes left and who goes through the middle. How do you see it, unless there's a complete change of shape? What's you thinking?
I think that'll be Cherny on the right, Ignaman on the left and Danilo through the middle for me. Hadji sitting just behind him with sitting midfielders Raskin and Diomande.
So Ignaman is slowly becoming an integral part of the first team in the last week, mate.
Aye, well, they're really pushing to get the boys some game time. Is he picking up quick enough to hold down his spot in the team? That'll be decided there the next few games, and there's plenty of them coming up, Ox.
If he gets a goal tonight, Fox, if he gets a goal, whether you like it or no, or you think he's ready or whatever, that'll be 3-3. Yeah?
Aye, it's a good start for a young man. I watched his documentary today on Rangers TV, and very, well, can't say polite young man because it was all in Moroccan, but very interesting what Rangers are doing and helping them settle in along with the boy Coppin. I've got him a mentor, a Moroccan mentor, and the guy's even a football coach, and I think he's overworking at Ibrox along with Ignaman, now, helping him in his transition to this famous club.
Yeah. I've also got the Kilmarnock team for you, Fox, yeah?
Oh, yes, go ahead.
McCrory, Mayo, Wright, Dees, Bambridge, Armstrong, Lyons, Nadaba, Watson, Vassell and Watkins. Substitutes Sahara, Burrows, McKenzie, Mackay, Stephen, Murray, Cameron, Andrews, Wales and Polworth. A lot of players in there that we know, Fox. There's some of them played for us, like young McCrory and Mayo, and there's other ones been about for a long time, and I think they'll set up the exact same way, much the same as they did at Rugby Park, personally, mate.
Aye, well, it looks on paper to me as a 4-4-2. That's what it looks like to me. I think that's the way they're going to go, which is a shock to me because I thought they'd be three at the back, but I see they've brought in the young 19-year-old Bainbridge. He's only played 5 starts this season, so I'm expecting him to start at left back instead of the 3 at the back, Ox.
Mm-hmm. You might be right, mate. You might be right. Listen, it's up to us to take the game to them. The boy Armstrong and obviously the way they play, he's always looked a reasonable player against them. He's not my favourite, but he's got ability, Fox, yeah?
Aye, he can get past the man, he can score goals. Let's hope it's not tonight. I think Rangers are the only team that's failed to have a clean sheet against Kilmarnock this season, which is a bad start for me,
Mm-hmm. All right, before we get the phone lines open, shout out the team again, brother.
Oh, right, I'll need to find it again. You just try to do me in here.
I'll do it, mate. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Balogun, Jeffrey, Raskin, Diomande, Hadji, Tierney, Iggerman, Danilo. Substitutes: Kelly, Ridvan, Proper, Barron, Dessers, Barjami, Dowell, King and McCausland. So, listen, mate, there could be changes to that team, yeah? You know, because you've got my back four, then we've got Raskin. Well, Diamandi's come in for Barron also. I missed that when you shouted the team out, brother.
Aye, well, Diamandi, it seems a more mobile set-up up front. Do you not think so? There's more movement in the team there.
Could it be a 4-1-4-1, mate?
It could be.
Or could it be a 4-1-3-2?
Well, no, I don't see it being a 4-1-3-2, mate, but well, it might just be a 4-3-3 actually, Oxford, you know, so let's see.
Right, let's get these phone lines open, mate, yeah? Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, I'll just get that team out again. Since I missed the fact that Barron wasn't playing. Very remiss of me. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Balogun, Jeffrey, Raskin, Diamandi, Hadji, Tierney, Iggerman and Danilo. With the substitutes of Kelly, Ridvan, Proper, Barron, Dessers, Bajami, Dowell, King and McCausland. Yeah. Okay, so young Barron's not playing. I think maybe a bit of sports science because of the ground he covers, and there's a lot coming, yeah?
Aye. I think it's time for maybe a wee rest for each one, even Raskin as well. If they swap them about and use Diamandi as the player there, mate, that'll help us get through this mad run of games that's coming up. Because the power of work that they do in the midfield, it's amazing when you watch them, mate. They're everywhere, that pair.
Well, they do a bit of graft, mate. They do a bit of graft. You know, if everybody in their own positions with their own ability put the graft in that the two boys put in, you wouldn't go wrong, would you?
No, he's been a wee ray of sunshine, Connor Barron, this season.
You know. But listen, it's up to us tonight, Fox, and I know we talked about last night, we just have to make more chances, and when we take them, we have to score goals, mate. Yeah, it's becoming the needle stuck in the record, isn't it?
Aye, well, it's every game's the same. We're struggling to put away chances that we do manage to create, and those chances that we're creating are few and far between us. You know, we need to improve in that. We are more mobile front line tonight. I'm hoping that we get the early goal and set us on our way early.
When young Iggerman got the start against Hibs, he got booked in the first minute. So hopefully that's the learning curve for him. You know, you have to be cautious in your approach, you know, and you have to be competitive, but don't leave yourself open. By the way, I didn't think it was much a yellow card, but that's the referees in Scotland for you, Fox.
Aye, I didn't think it was a yellow either. It was kind of soft for me, but that's what happens with the referees in Scotland.
Aye, so listen, you look at it, mate, Balogun's come in, Diamandi's starting, and obviously Danilo's starting. So we'll get 3 changes to the starting lineup. So the argument would be slowly but surely our squad is starting to improve, Fox. Is that fair?
Well, we're starting to get players back for injury, mate. Unfortunately, we're gaining them at the front line and seem to lose them at the back. Sterling and what was his name, the boy? Casemiro been injured, so it's swings and roundabouts for us so far, isn't it?
No. And the way we talked about with Sterling will be fit for the weekend, mate.
Well, let's hope so, because having that alternative between Tav and him gives us that wee bit of an option. Sterling makes us more solid at the back. Tav gives us that wee bit of attacking flair.
Are you surprised that Balogun starting? I'm no, mate. I'm no.
Well, I thought after the manager's press conference yesterday that Proper had recovered, but apparently not. He's not 100%, or I think he would be starting. But more than happy for Big Leo Balogun to step in, mate. I like Big Balogun.
He's one of the players we've got him 10 years too late, isn't it?
But he's still been a good wee servant there in the time he's been at Ibrox. I was glad when he came back in because I always thought he was our best header of the ball that we had. And alongside John Suter, who has improved rapidly this season. And nice to see that he's been offered a new deal as well. So we'll need to wait and see if he picks that up or not.
I'm not sure how long he's got left in his deal, maybe
18 months.
18
months. Aye.
Well, we'll see what it takes. See if he's happy to sign the deal and move on, and then that'll be a big chunk of his career at Rangers. And also the way it's gone for John, mate, to get him on a longer term contract, we'll be protecting an asset, Fox.
Well, this is it. Hopefully, under this regime, we're not going to make the same mistakes as we have done, having 5 and 6 players out of contract at the same time. We need to get into a better rhythm and way of dealing where maybe only 2 players get out of contract at the end of seasons, you know.
Aye, first team playable. It's difficult, Fox. If you've got 24 first teamers, mate, you know, you might have 6 going out every year. Yeah, but you've then, you know, that planning, and with 3 or 2 year out, you can maybe look to maybe half of them that you want to extend, and 3 you can let go and or try and get rid of, you know, but it's difficult.
Well, you stagger the good players' contracts, mate. The other players that we see as saleable or young players coming through that could be saleable, we need to start earning more coin at Ibrox, mate, and sales is the only way we'll make good money.
Yeah. Right, people join us all the time, Mucker. Give us a team.
I'll need to find that again, Paul. You're really taking me out of here, aren't you?
I'll do it, mate. I'll do it. Sorry, brother. Sorry. Come on. Butland, Tavernier, Suits and Balogun, Jeffy. Raskin, Diamondi and Hadji, Cherny, Iggerman and Daniel as the starting 11, Fox.
Okay, got you now. I'll get it on page now in case you ask me again.
Okay. Are you okay there, eh?
I'm okay. I was actually searching for the manager's presser, but I've not found it yet.
That's not what you're usually searching for on the internet, but that's a different story, you know what I mean?
Aye.
You know, but listen, I'm looking forward to it tonight. I'm looking forward to see if this forward line, the forward players, can take up the challenge, Fox, of scoring goals.
Well, I hope so, mate. I'd like to see Danilo start to get a wee bit more game time and him to score a few goals and get him up and running correctly after his injury. I've got a feeling we're going to see a rocket, mate, an absolute rocket for Eggman in the next couple of games. I think he's got a tremendous shot in him when he times it right. I think we've seen it in the early games. They had tremendous shots that were blocked. So I think he's got it in him to hit the ball for range, and maybe coming in for the left wing might be that way he'll score the goal.
Aye, and listen, Barjami hadn't done a lot, even the last couple of games, yeah?
Aye, wasn't doing much, mate. He was in the game, but wasn't creating that much for us, and we need all the creativity we can find.
I agree. So the guys that will supply the chances is Diamandi and Hadji. So do you see Hadji in the 10 role, the two of them being pushed forward? How are you seeing it, mate?
I think Hadji will sit in between in the middle of the park as a number 10 tonight. I hope to see him having good movement, getting himself open and in space to receive balls, and hopefully quickly laying them off to the likes of Danilo, who can pick them up and put them away. I think also would say that Diamandi will sit and do the corner ban and roll, but try to get forward as much as he can to assist Hadji as well.
Yeah. By the way, I know it was just a chip and knock back in the box, mate, but he done it, Hadji, and he executed it well. No, every player would have done that, Fox.
Aye, well, it was a good spot to see Tav coming in at the far post. I know the papers were all saying Jason Holt knocked it in, but he had no option but to knock it in, mate, because Tav was putting it home anyway. So well spotted by Hadji and a good run for James Taverner inside the box to even get in near the ball.
Aye. I thought initially Tab might have got a foot on it, Runham, know what I mean? But he didn't. It came off Holt, did it, and into net. But you're right, it was getting in anyway, yeah.
Aye, without a doubt. I think if Tav had challenged him for the ball, mate, we might have got a foul against us or something. So it was good enough to go in after Jason Holt. Happy enough with that 1-0 win.
Yes. Okay, we're building up to the match. It starts in 45 minutes. So let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes. I don't know why, folks, but I quite look forward to seeing young Jeffrey play all the time to see if there's any development, watch him closely. Away from home where there's no grass, it doesn't always suit him, but hopefully with a bit of space he can use that speed that he's got to try and help support the forward players.
I am hopeful of both him and Tav getting forward tonight and adding a wee bit more attacking numbers in towards the box tonight. It's a thing we've been poor at, is getting midfielders into the box. We're seeing a lot of lone strikers being in the box when we break, but we need these players travelling for the midfield to add extra numbers in and around the box.
Aye, that's the thing, you know. Jeffrey, maybe if you look back at Tav in his peak, if he can make the runs, he's got that leap and he's shown he's got a shot. Yeah, he just has to get that composure and start getting the odd chance. I'm not saying he's going to get the numbers like Tab, mate. I don't know if that'll ever be repeated, but I think he's an asset we can use in certain games, mate. And then hopefully his defending improves and you've got a right good asset in your hands, mate.
Aye, without a doubt, mate. Yeah, I've always liked you. The only thing I don't like at the moment is he's not getting a chance to form up a regular partnership with the injury to Cortez. Berjami no 100% playing on top for him. And once you form partnerships, it helps. Cherny and Tav tonight, I hope that they also are doing the same. And it's strange, well, it's not strange, the whole truth is that Raskin and Barron are a partnership that works because they get time to play together. And I think that is vital for us tonight to start putting up partnerships, centre halves partnerships, midfield partnerships, and a striking partnership would take us a long way forward for me.
Yeah. Which subs do you think will get minutes? Would the ones you'd be looking at be Berjami, Barron, taking Mummy off Raskin? Ridvan seems to be a regular sub now coming on and getting better minutes. And what's your views on, do you think that is now Desser's third choice centre forward, mate?
Well, it looks like it at the moment, though, Dessers is the third choice striker. I can see like you, Ridvan, maybe coming on if it's not working out with Ignaman in front of Jeffrey. So that might be a change late in the game. That's the only one that I could say for certain would possibly happen tonight, mate.
I'm not saying the bench is superb, but both first teamers on there with Ridvan and Barron and arguably Dessers, Berjami, and Proper's been part of it. And there's it's looking very of a first team, and then there's hopefully Stirling will be added to the mix of the squad, and then you've got Matondo and Cortez not far away, mate, which gives us options, doesn't it? Not saying they're the answer, but it gives us options.
Aye, if we can get the options into the team, mate, all we need to do is strike that winning blend just as through a couple of games, and then we see a settled side. I think once everybody's fit, but I think the manager will have the choice of picking a settled side. I know he keeps saying that he's going to rotate for the sake of fitness, but in the main, down the spine of the team, I'd like to see a settled team. What about yourself?
I think that one of the problems we've got this now is I don't think proper is going to play every game. He seems to pick up knocks regular, and you're not going to get Balogun playing 8 games in a row, I don't think. So I don't think you're ever going to get that continuity of partnership in the centre halves at the moment, mate. In the midfield, yes. If you decide that Danilo and Ingerman will work and they become the front three, I've no problem with that, mate. And then you get competition for places in the number 10 role. You've got Lawrence coming back, hopefully, and then that adds in the competition to Hadji and Diamondi. Whether he's a number 10 is up for debate, folks, but I think the continuity could be in the fullback position, and that's whether it goes with Sterling and Jeffrey, first choice.
Yeah, Sterling will take our Tav right away now, or do you think he's just going to alternate them up until the winter break?
Listen, mate, how many times have we heard somebody will be back next week and you don't see them for 3 months?
I don't think it's as serious this time with Sterling.
That's my fear, mate. And Sterling's track record's not the best, is it?
No. But as I say, he's a good option for Tav. And in games where Sterling starts, if we are drawn or behind looking for a late winner, Tav's the very man to bring on to give you some extra oomph on the right-hand side of the park.
Yes, that was a surprise that he never brought Tav on against the United play. 25 half an hour ago, mate.
Aye, true. I thought Tav would have come on as well, but let's see. Let's see what we get tonight. It's going to be one of the kind of temperature games, isn't it? Well, who'll be the warmest, the crowd feeling or the team on fire? What one's going to win the night, mate?
Well, hopefully the two of them. Hopefully the team's on fire, heat up the crowd, mate. Yeah. You know, and start getting a bit more connect between the team and the crowd. Because I think, if we're being honest, I think some of that connect is they've used up the credit in the bank, mate.
Aye, well, that's true. That's true. You know, once the fans make their mind up, it's hard to change their views on things, isn't it?
No, but you can if you score goals and win football matches, mate, and everybody comes away saying, right, we're getting better, we've seen improvement, and he played well. But we can't have 2 players who aren't playing well. You can carry 2-0 having a good game, but we need to get, particularly Ibrox, we need to play better, folks, yeah. Aye,
we need to entertain as well. That would, as you say, change a lot of thoughts of the fans, mate. If somehow it doesn't take much for a team to click, Ox. I mean, sometimes it's just that wee missing player that you don't expect to come into the side comes in and changes the whole shape and style of the team. You just can't seem to get that blend at the moment. And let's hope we can find it before long, because this turgid 1-0 games is not pleasing many fans at all.
Funny enough, if we'd have won 1-0 on Sunday and we'd scored a decent goal and we'd have peppered the goal with a couple of saves after the European match with that performance and the same players going to the well, I don't think most people would have batted an eyelid about Sunday. So Sunday in isolation I don't see as a problem, but it's not in isolation. That's what the problem is, folks.
No, it's been a regular run. As people have stated, we're probably one of the lowest scoring sides in the league, and that is in itself an absolute redneck, is it not?
No, redneck. Don't have that for a while, mate.
Oh, well, that is, isn't it? That's the truth. It's a redneck. We've won the last 7 games at Ibrox against Kilmarnock. I don't see that changing tonight. We've also scored first in most of the games, so an early goal tonight will set us on our way, I think.
I hope you're right, folks. I'm no fearing Kilmarnock. I just want us to go play well, win the game, and send everybody happy. And us coming on saying, well, Danilo's got potential. That Ingerman shows skills and he scored a great goal. That's what I want to be talking about, folks.
Aye. You'd like to have an aftermatch show where everybody's delighted, wouldn't you, instead of still stuck on the same record that we all are, is that it's no good enough at the moment and things need to improve quickly.
Yes, but the show's just improved because we've been joined by Kilmarnock. Evening, Kilmarnock.
Good evening, lads.
Hi, Dal.
All good here. Just wanted to put it there first that no dogs were harmed in the show last night. Just to put that waiver out there, you know.
What was that one, mate?
I say no dogs were harmed in the making of the show last night. No dogs.
Yes, I know
No
about
dogs.
it, mate.
No dogs were dead, so that was a good thing. But aye, good team line up there. Just a wee bit of difference.
Yeah. So do you still see the shape being the same, Kilmarnock?
Probably, but you never know. You probably have a man out in the wing, wouldn't you? But you just don't know. Funny about Bajrami's trapped in it, but is that because Hadji had a good game, I take it? He's
Well,
sitting in at number
it
10.
looks as if Iggyman's going to replace him when he's been playing.
Aye.
And then obviously he's not getting the Hadji the number 10 role because Hadji done all right at the weekend, you know. And let's be honest, Bajrami's not been great the last 2 games. And obviously the Dundee United game also he get took off, so that's 3 games.
Aye.
You know.
Indeed, again, Diamandi was in the number 10, wasn't he? But he's obviously he's in there for to give Barron a rest, isn't he?
There's a bit of sense in that, mate. There's a bit of sense what you're thinking.
It's just to save legs, isn't it? It's just he does a power of running, Barron. He's probably covers one we get covers most kilometres during the game. I'd like to think, but it's just again that's a good enough team, isn't it? We should be waiting to play with Kilmarnock. I think that they've lost goals most games this season. So
apart from one,
was that against us?
Well done, Kilmarnock. Prize for that.
There we go.
A prize for that, mate.
Could be a bit of revenge, Anna. Let's get a few goals by them.
Aye, you're right. Fox, and you come, mate. Oh, he must be finding the manager, Kilmarnock. But aye, look, obviously, 3 changes, and it looks to us that Danilo will go through centre forward, and Iggyman will move it to the left. And so you've got the change in defence with Balogun coming in, change in midfield with Diamandi coming in, and the change at centre forward, stroke left wing with Danilo starting. So,
aye.
Dessers number 3 striker. Are you happy with that, Kilmarnock? Is that the message we're getting?
Aye, I think so. Aye, yeah, that's his last night. Absolutely. He needs to score when he gets his chances. You know what I mean? As much as he is scoring, but he's not scoring the chances we need him to take. And obviously Tav's back in there because of the situation with Casemiro and Stella in it. Mm-hmm. So that was always going to be a shoe in there, wasn't it?
I think so. I don't have a problem with it, mate. You know, I never thought that James Tavernier wasn't playing well, but I never thought he was the biggest problem in the team. You know, he wasn't playing well, but I get that.
Yeah.
I have got a manager ready for Yorks, whenever you like it.
Yeah, you want to hear for the manager, Kilmarnock?
Aye, I suppose, aye. Let's give us it, Phil.
Let's hear for the guy.
Philippe, Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premiership tonight. How are your squad feeling ahead of this one?
Hungry, desireful. We had a few good results now the last weeks that gave good energy. And we need to confirm, and we know it's always a tough game. It's a team that plays man marking, who makes a wall and try to avoid us to play football, and they use every trick in the book to slow down the tempo of the game. So we need to be on top from the start, and I hope the fans are also behind the players from the start to give this extra energy.
What will your side need to do to break down that wall that you talk about there?
You need a lot of runs in behind the defence. If you play into the feet too much, they're always in the duel and what they want to get in the duels. So we need a lot of movement without ball. And of course you need to stay in a good structure also, not to get the transitions, because they will play with 2 attacking players who will try to take advantage of that if you're out of organization, to make counterattacks, and also with the set pieces and the throw-ins, those things. But it's about having a good ball tempo, but also looking to find the spaces behind the defence with good coordinated runs.
There are 3 changes to the starting lineup tonight. Can you just talk us through your selections today?
Okay, Liam Belligan is already all the time training well, so he came in well in the second half. It's also important to make a rotation in the squad. With all the games that we have, we will have 16 games in the next 8 weeks, so it's important to make rotation. So in that way, rotation with the centre backs, Liam playing. Danny's coming back into the team. He came in well against in the last game against St Johnstone, but yeah, I want to see also the combination with the two of them, with Danny and Hamza. So it's the first time we can do it. Danny was out long time. Hamza is just in the building. I think it can create a really good dynamic against teams who play man marking, who play with a low block. That we have 2 strikers who can find each other and can find the right spaces in the center of the field. What we lacked for me in the first half against Dundee United.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, Mr. Fox, are we going to get a change in shape?
Well, I'll tell you what, there's no doubt he knows what the task is in front of him. He looks as though he's instructed the squad and what they have to do to win this game. It's now down to the players, mate. I thought that was one of his better pre-match interviews. He actually stating his intent tonight, and let's hope they can carry it out.
Kilmarnock?
When 1 unit or for me, I never actually heard anything he actually said. His lips were moving, but nothing was getting into my brain, unfortunately.
Is that your brain or his talking?
Probably my brain. Yeah.
Is the point you're making? You want to see action, no words, mate. Is that the point you're making?
That's it. There is too much talking, especially our players, isn't there?
Aye. Yeah. You're talking on the pitch.
Yeah, yes. Exactly. Yeah.
Somebody who always does his talking on the green. We've been joined by AK. Evening, AK.
Smoking the green.
Evening, Oxford.
Usually more grass. That's just for the
That's the man up there. Evening to you.
Evening. Good to hear you.
What are you thinking of the team?
What's up?
Okay.
I heard it just before you went on air there. Interesting. What do we think of the lineup? Do we still think he's sticking to his rigid 4-2-3-1? Or is there options there to go 4-1-4-1, 4-1?
That's what I mentioned, mate. Yeah.
Aye.
Raskin will be the linchpin, and then 2 in front of him with the white men. What are you talking about? Are you maybe talking Diamondi, white left, and then
good day.
Cherny on the right, and sorry. Yeah.
Aye, but that's the options that I've been saying for a while. That was his natural role with Norseman. Maybe he's thinking of that Oxford to get more output out of Diamondi, get him in the position he's comfortable with. So obviously, Bajrami drops to the bench then to allow him to play that role. Cherny, we know what he gazes. Iganami and Danilo. Aye, it's interesting, shall we say. So let's hope it works.
It'd be interesting to see how he gets 2 strikers. Yeah, AK. I'm wanting it, and I don't really see it, mate. I don't really see it. Yeah, unless he goes 4-1-3-2, mate. Yeah.
Aye. Well, this is it. I think he brought on Danilo at the weekend there and played him out left, and we expected him to be in the middle. But there's options to swap about. When Igamani's played out wide left as well. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it lines up.
Yes. Listen, we just want to see goals. I think that's what Kilmarnock's frustration is.
Aye.
He's scoring more often than we are. Kilmarnock.
Is there any truth in that, Kilmarnock?
I'm taking a fifth. Taking a fifth in that one. I quite like the 4-1. 4-1. Is that 4-1?
3-2.
3-2. I quite like that because you're protecting the back four. You've got your two up top, and you've got your three running about there, haven't you? You know what I mean? So I quite like that as a formation. It could work with 8 players. We had you sitting in the middle three, and Diamondi and Cherny either side of the kind of mid stroke forward positioning. So I quite like that. I think that's a great. As I say, I'm not tactical wise by any means, but thinking about that and looking at that team, I think that could really work.
Have you changed your mind, Mr. Fox?
I'll wait till the game kicks off and see how they're lining up.
All right. There's no point in us doing the show away, is there?
That's shrewd, man. I mean, you've heard of the Christmas tree. That's what a mini Christmas tree then, if he does that with a 1-3-2.
That's a dusty bin formation.
It was late call last night. Now we get dusty bin.
Dave Rogers.
It might just be a 4-3-1-2 with Hadji in behind Ingeman and Danilo, mate. 3 in the midfield. Hadji, Raskin and Diamandi.
Interesting, mate. Interesting. But he did intimate in that conference that there'd be 2 up front. He didn't say that the way I picked up Igneman wasn't playing wide left, if that makes sense. AK, I don't know if you heard the same.
I didn't hear it there, Rock. Sorry, I missed that there. That was
you weren't listening. He never heard it. So, question to you, Fox.
What a show!
Yeah, he didn't intimate that Igneman was playing away from Danilo, did he?
No, I did not. That was quite a restartling revelation there. Is this the first time we're really going to see 2 strikers start a game up front?
Aye, yeah. Listen, it'll be interesting. And then then the press becomes easier because if they've got 4, you can split with 2. You can cover Kilmarnock. You know what I mean? The guys go left and right, 2 years, and you've covered 4, and it's not as easy for them to have cheap possession, knocking about the back with the way we set up. In his defence, Dessers sometimes was chasing pigeons, wasn't he?
Shadows, aye. Chasing shadows, just run if defend it, and there's a number 9. There's nothing worse. They're always shouting behind you, split them. You know what I mean? You're going left, you're going right, you're going left, you're going right, and nobody's come up to support you, and you're doing all the donkey work. So just the 2 against the 4 is putting the pressure on the 4 at the back. And then we're talking about Scottish football here. We're talking about defence here that leaks goals against everybody apart from us. No, you're talking about defence that won't be full of confidence, especially at Ibrox. Hopefully a full crowd, and strikers run into them. They're at Kilmarnock for a reason. You know what I mean?
AK?
Aye, you're right there, Dummer. I was just thinking there myself, Kilmarnock usually line up 3-5-2. I mean, we're talking about the formations going forward, but as long as we don't leave ourselves outnumbered in the middle, as has been the case with the setup before, that's the only concern that I've got about the lineup. So whoever is, Iganami or Danilo, Cherny, Diamondi, Hadji, they've got to be working in the midfield as well, so as that Raskin isn't getting outnumbered. That's the only fear I've got about this setup, but it'll be interesting to see how it pans out. If it gives us goals, brilliant. It's a rotten night out there tonight, pal. So there'll be plenty of tackles flying in, shooting for distance. You know what I mean? A keeper can spill that.
The rain was coming right across the country, just all day, pretty much up to kick the whole night, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's a good way they do it in Scotland. They have all these free Wednesdays and that, well, for everywhere. all these weekends free and weeks free for international breaks, and then we play all these games when the weather is appalling. We always put the customer first. That's what I like, man. Yeah.
It's always about us, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's always, get them out into the rain, get the weather beaten.
And I mean, I know the weather's always good in December, and you've got this football. AK?
We took in the game last night watching the B team, and it was a rotten night. Well, the first half was rotten anyway. It cleared up a bit in the second, but you're right. This is Scottish weather though, so it's one of the nights. 3 points are a must.
Yeah. 3 points a must, Mr. Fox.
Oh, a must and a good performance would be a bonus. All that matters just now is picking up 3 points every week. But I think for the crowd, just a wee bit of excitement tonight, and let's get back on top with this team, mate. You know, let's see if they can break us out of this run of misery that we've had for the last wee while.
Well, last Thursday was all right. It just, my bubble got burst quite quickly, and that's the trouble, isn't it? Don't matter. My bubbles get blown up, and then it's getting burst.
Aye, and getting one, losing that early goal. But we made a couple of early goals tonight. You know what? See weather-wise, see for a player, 9-10 degrees, a bit of rain, it's going to come off, a part slick. You actually don't mind it. Some players, I don't mind playing in the rain. You know what I mean? I do not. I prefer it to the freezing weather, right enough. But I don't like the freezing, the icy weather. But see around a bit apart in the rain, 9-10 degrees. It's actually not that bad as a player. Definitely, you're sitting in a stand watching it. You're sitting there, possibly chittering, being soaked the way in. But see, when you're out there in the park for the 90 minutes, it really isn't a big thing. It keeps you moving. Know what I mean? Is
that you speaking from experience there, mate?
No, way in a higher level of experience, but
I think he's talking from memory, mate.
I've
been playing all the way through. You know what I mean? For primary to secondary school teams, and after that, post-OIM and stuff like Aston Villa. You know what I mean? So. But I know it's just, and even the new, I'm still playing 11s, 5s. You know what I mean?
Oh, well done, mate. I'm proud of you.
Well, no new with old shoulder up, but I will be back in 6 months.
Once they go to 5 for the bowling rights, AK might get again.
You lazy your speak there.
I'll put that forward to the Commonwealth Games. Any chance we get 5 now, right? So we can get AK in.
I've got more chance of the Paralympics after breaking my foot last week. That's sure.
Is that the Paralympic Olympics or something else?
That's the weekend.
Sounds like it.
There's a few contenders of that.
Hopefully we're all laughing after the game. Last word to your good self, Kilmarnock.
Let's get 3 points, and let's get strikers at least a goal each. For Danilo and Igamani. 3 points, and let's hope the sheep turn up as well. So onwards to Ibrox, and we'll see what happens elsewhere after the game.
Yeah. AK.
Oh, thanks for taking my call there, Ox. Apologies for the late, but I think my mum wrote me out a late slip. But I hope to see a few goals tonight. As long as we get a Rangers win, come on, the Rangers.
The last time I got a note from your mom, she told me one of your secrets.
And you wouldn't get a secret out my dad?
He might tell me. Mr. Fox.
3 points first, entertainment second. That's the way I want to see it tonight.
Yeah. Thanks to Fox for doing the show, to Kilmarnock and AK for joining us. Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Rangers Radio will be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.
When I was la la la.